Specifically on the clinical risk, and it's good to hear, and we have heard it previously, that it is an exceedingly low risk. You might come back to us, you probably don't have it now, but one of the cohorts is women who have been diagnosed with more serious than low-grade abnormalities. You probably don't have it on you. There's an unknown number of women who say have been diagnosed with high-grade abnormalities or more serious. And the question is, for them, are delays of 4, 6, 7 months potentially linked to delays in starting treatment? I don't know, and I'm not asserting they are. But I'm being asked the question by women who are waiting. So I wonder, you might get the advice and make a statement to the House and/or a public statement, or the HSE might just clarifying, is there any material risk to those women, and about how many women would it be expected that might be affecting? But as the rest, thank you. Yeah.
The HSE perhaps to directly correspond with the Health Committee in relation to that, but what I will say, and thank you for reminding me, is I have been assured now that women who've been referred to colposcopy, that those are triaged. And I think that is an important piece of reassurance that I'm happy to put on the record of the House. So women who've been referred to colposcopy, that those tests are triaged, which I think will come as a form of reassurance to many. Deputy O'Reilly pays tribute to Vicky Phelan and indeed to others, and obviously join with her in doing that. She asked about the issue of the HPV secondary test. I think I've answered my position in relation to that to Deputy Donnelly. She asks a fair question. What was I doing? What was everybody doing proactively to deal with the issue of the backlog? And I do think it's often forgotten, but I just want to say it on the record of this House. There is weekly or near weekly update reports published on all the activity that we're doing in relation to cervical check on my department's website after steering committees, which include patient reps, meet, and that will give I suppose a running update on all of the various challenges, including in relation to the backlog. But I do need to say this: the HSE were speaking, and indeed are speaking constantly with labs we're using, and indeed other labs, in relation to looking for more capacity. Of that there's genuinely no doubt. But I think what's somewhat, not necessarily by you, Deputy O'Reilly, but what's somewhat missed in this is, I think people genuinely forget how the first priority has to be to make sure we could keep the screening programme going. So truthfully, that came within hours, if not a couple of days, of not actually having screening continue in our country. So that was rightly the HSE's first priority, but they have absolutely been looking for extra capacity. Deputy O'Reilly made the point about outsourcing, as did a number of people. The Deputy did not suggest that outsourcing was dangerous or anything like that, and I fully take that point. I mean, Dr. Scally obviously looked at this issue. Don't have his exact words in front of me, but obviously he did say it was appropriate to continue to use those labs. In relation to, as we move towards HPV testing and the likes, there will be an opportunity to look at what more can we or should we be doing in Ireland, and that's a decision we will obviously have to take in due course. Deputy O'Quailon, sorry, Deputy O'Reilly.